Hey guys, what's going on? Another video this week, and this time we're actually doing like a walkthrough partially, but more so a performance review of a new product that was introduced a year ago by Shimano, and that was the new Spheros SW, the saltwater Spheros. And we're going to talk about the combo and more so what we did to abuse it and test it and put it through its paces. And I mean, we kicked the tar out of it this past spring. So here's the review. I've talked to the lodge where we brought the reels to. They're still kicking. They're still doing great. So let's go through it all. But before we do me a favor, click subscribe down below. And also, if you got any comments or anything about, a saltwater combo that's worked for you guys, or you have questions about the Spheros SW Combo, which happened to win ICAST Best of Show this year for Best Saltwater Combo, put it down below and we'll get to you as soon as we can. So, without further ado, let's go through it. Here's what we did this year. We actually got our hands on the Spheros SW Combo before they hit the market, and we wanted to test them out and give them the biggest beating we possibly could to see how they're going to stand up. To do that, we took them down to the Inshore Seminar Series at Tropic Star Lodge. Now, Tropic Star Lodge's Inshore Seminar Series is all about casting, it's all about artificials, it's all about big, heavy, strong fish. What better way to beat up on a product? So we took down 20 combos, and these were 8,000 Spheros SW reels combined with the 7-foot heavy rod that it comes with in the combo. Now this package is available in 3 sizes of reels. You can get a 5,000 size that comes with a 7-foot medium heavy. You can get a 6,000 size reel that comes with a 7-foot medium heavy. You can get the 8,000 with the heavy 7-foot, which is what we had, but there's also an 8,000 that's paired with a 2-piece 9-foot heavy, which is probably going to be a great reel if you want to do a bit of casting, long casting, or surf casting. It'll be that perfect reel, and this isn't the one that's going to break the bank. You're getting a lot of technology in this reel for what you're getting for value. To go through the technology, the biggest game changer in Spheros SW was the fact that they brought in Infinity Drive, which was developed for Stella SW a few years back. Actually, it was their last generation. Infinity Drive is basically where you take the spool shaft and you drive it. It goes through the pinion gear rather than being supported by it, and that gives you more winding power under load, which we tested in spades down there, talking about yellowfin tuna, bluefin trevally, cubera snapper, roosterfish, green bar snappers, everything you could find that pulls hard, we tested it on. The reels also come with a cross carbon drag. They have the Hagane body, that all metal body, and the Hagane gear. So cold forged stamped aluminum drive gear, no cutting, strongest gear in the industry. And it also has, for the saltwater side, X-Protect, which is a labyrinth system. It's labyrinth construction that protects vital areas to stop water from getting into it, especially saltwater. Has X-Shield, and it has the IPX8 water-resistant body. On the other side, for more winding power, it's got X-Ship as well, so it's got that double bearing supported pinion gear, and it's got propulsion line management spool lip design, which will help with the casting. The reel, if you're going to separate it from what we did, and you want to buy just a reel, it comes in a ton of sizes: a 5,000, a 6,000, an 8,000, a 10,000, a 14,000, 18,000, and 20,000 size. That's going to cover you guys from everything from redfish inshore or snook fishing with a 5,000 or 6,000, all the way up to really big fish with a 20,000. For the purpose of this test, we used the 8,000, which in my opinion, best jack of all trades size would be an 8 or 10,000. Personally, I would take the 10,000 because it's basically the body of an 8,000 with a deeper cut spool, has more line capacity. But for this purpose, we use the 8,000 combo. If I talk about the rods you're getting, they almost come free with the value of the reel. They're not the most technologically sound rods. They're a great rod, they performed well, but we're not going to compare these rods that come in the combo to what you can come to expect from some of Shimano's mid-grade or higher-end rods. Rods like Trevally, rods like Grappler, rods like Game, Therese, Double X, Terramar. There are so many great rods in the Shimano lineup, but if you're a guy looking for an easy matched combo, so the reel matches the rod, it's going to travel well with you, it's going to go everywhere, this would be what I would recommend. One word of note, All the 7-foot rods are 1-piece rods, and the 9-foot is the only 2-piece, so keep that in mind if you're looking for that as well. So how did we beat these up? We basically took 170 mil, about that big, current sniper jerkbaits. Guys got a chance to throw those into the surf and out in the open water when we got on yellowfin tuna. And the biggest test is the way these fish pull. Our anglers went from experienced to kind of new at the game, so we saw all levels of fishing ability, putting these things through the... There was high sticking going on, there was some square reeling going on, but for the most part, the guys did a phenomenal job, and no one broke anything. I think we saw one rod break, and it was because of a blatant high stick right at the boat with a yellowfin tuna, which can happen. I've seen our high-end rods let go doing that because a high stick is a high stick, and it doesn't matter how good of a product you build. Rods just can't go straight up and down. They just don't do that. But for the most part, they took 2 weeks of extreme punishment from our group, 4 days on the water each week, 8 hours a day, punished. We spooled them up with 65-pound Power Pro. We were running 60 and 80-pound fluorocarbon FC100 leaders, and we were upsizing the hooks on these current snipers to 4X O'Shaughnessy VMC hooks because the stock hooks would get bent from the sheer power of these fish. So, yellowfin tuna, mahi, we had Cubera snapper, bluefin trevally, which could be the world's worst 8 to 10 seconds in the shallows around the rocks. They are so hard pulling. Roosterfish, Sierra mackerel, I mean, just up to 14 different species were caught on this reel. When I called the lodge this last week and talked to them, I wanted to know how the product was doing. And they said, you know, the rods were doing okay. Obviously, when you're in a charter guide business, you get clients who tend to abuse gear. So we've had a few failures on rods. But again, like I said, as a combo, to me, the rods come free for the price of the combo. But the reels are holding up incredibly well. That's what this is all about. When we test this stuff, we want to know, if you're going to spend your hard-earned money, will you get value out of what you buy? And in this case, absolutely. You can see on the side here, we had some video of a couple of people fighting giant yellowfin tuna. The biggest yellowfin we got in, I think, was 80 or 90 pounds on this combo. Now, for an 8,000 size spinning reel, an 80 or 90 pound yellowfin is no small feat. So very, very impressed. Lots of winding power. Never felt like the reel was outgunned or undergunned. The cross carbon drags performed the way we expected them to, and they're still ticking. They probably took more abuse in the first 8 days of their life down in Panama at Tropic Star than they would for the average consumer who buys one in probably 2 or 3 years. So anyways, guys, that's the review. If you could do me a favor, like 80% of the people who watch our videos, or 85%, aren't even subscribed. Down below, click subscribe. That'll make sure that you're getting our feed or our videos in your feed. You can also click get notifications. If you have comments, if you want to know for your fishery where you're fishing, what size combo I would recommend, or if you got a great rod and you want to add a Spheros SW reel to the combo, which one should you get? Send us a note, leave a comment down below. We're going to get to you as fast as we can. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe. And most of all, I hope you're all catching fish. We'll talk to you soon.